After getting drunk, the woman mistakenly mistook the CEO for her best friend. She even teased her best friend about when she had developed abs. Immediately after, the CEO took the woman to his car. To make matters worse, the woman became bolder and tried to kiss the CEO. The next day, when the woman woke up and saw the CEO, she regretted it deeply. It was because the CEO was not only someone she couldn't afford to offend, but also a client. He was also the man she had secretly admired during her college years. It turns out the man had rejected her confession. He had gone abroad with his true love. This made it hard for the woman to hold her head high in front of her classmates. Until this day's class reunion, it was only then that the woman realized the man had returned to the country and had become the CEO everyone wanted to associate with. At this moment, the woman, hiding in the corner, wanted to find an excuse to leave, but the CEO had already approached her. After some polite small talk, the woman drank the entire glass of wine in one gulp. Her classmates were shocked. The woman, who never drank, had learned to drink. The woman calmly said, "After all, time changes everything." After saying that, she made an excuse to leave. The next day, when the woman came to work at the company, the manager handed her a big project. But when she heard it involved going to the CEO's company, the woman wanted to refuse, but the manager didn't give her a chance. At this moment, the woman was very nervous. She hoped the person coming to discuss the collaboration wouldn't be the CEO. But as expected, the CEO arrived. At that moment, the manager suddenly received a phone call and left. Seeing this, the CEO wanted to explain what had happened back then, but the woman still distanced herself from him, interrupting his words with talk of work. After the woman made the project introduction, the CEO immediately agreed without hesitation. This left the woman extremely puzzled. She kindly reminded the CEO that he should think it over carefully. The CEO thought she was concerned about him, but the woman, with a calm expression, said, "You're overthinking it." Just as the atmosphere became awkward, the manager came in to ask about the progress of the project. And in order to see the woman every day, the CEO offered a large profit and insisted on her company joining his. He offered a generous profit and requested that she join his company. In the end, after the manager's persuasion, the woman reluctantly agreed to take on the role of project leader. One day after work, the woman discovered it was raining heavily outside. Not having an umbrella, she had planned to stay overnight at the company. But at that moment, the CEO appeared behind her. The woman, startled, quickly tried to keep her distance from him. Seeing this, the CEO insisted on taking her home, but the woman flatly refused. However, under the CEO's pressure and persuasion, the woman reluctantly agreed. The next day, when the woman just arrived at the company, the CEO's assistant notified her to go to the office. The woman thought the CEO was going to cause her more trouble, but she went anyway, bracing herself. When she got to the office, she found that a colleague was shirking responsibility. She was blaming the woman for the problems in the project document. She was using the CEO's influence to try to force the woman out. It was then that the woman realized the project document had been secretly altered by the bad colleague. She wanted to take the project document back to make corrections, but the CEO said that for money, the woman would do anything. He said he could offer 3 times the amount to buy her loyalty. The woman, angry, said that she was not the kind of person who had no bottom line for money. She worked just to survive. She had never acted against her conscience. Why should the CEO look down on her? After saying this, the woman turned and left without looking back. It was at this moment that the CEO realized he might have wrongly judged her.